Okay, welcome to Rip and Flip Cards. Going to open another box of the Topps Flagship Edition. So hopefully we can get some really interesting stuff in here again. These have been really quite attractive cards, except for the base. The base, for some obscure reason, they decided to go name at the top, name at the bottom. Not really my personal favourite idea, but hey, that's what they chose to do. So let's start. And we are getting to the pointy end of the Champions League, which I personally think will either be Real Madrid, so we've got our Camavinga, or PSG. Okay, Mikey Moore. Now there is some serious chatter that this lad's going to be a top liner. Let's wait and see. Sabitzer, yeah, very good Dortmund player. He's had a wonderful career. Austrian national. Oh, we got a signed Granit Xhaka. That was unexpected. There you go. I seem to be having a little bit of luck with Granit. Last pack I got a numbered version of him. I love the man. I personally think, you know, he's been captain of Arsenal, captain of Leverkusen, captain of Switzerland. Always seems to do a great job. Okay, I'm gonna say Morato is playing in the Portuguese league, I believe. Yeah, Benfica. Yeah, I don't have a great deal to say about him, but we got a Northern Lights, and it's been pretty handy so far. I've got two good cards, and we've also got a couple of rookies with Kevin. My boy Declan was fantastic for West Ham. He's been fantastic for England, and now he's been fantastic for Arsenal. Declan, super. Oh, and we got Morato in the same pack again. Well done, son. Oh, now this guy, he is on a heater. Ousmane Dembele, when he was at Barcelona, there was all this belief that he was going to be a superstar. Didn't quite work out for him there, mostly due to injuries would be what I would say. Well, he is really just gone gangbusters. I think he's up to nearly 30 goals already this year in all competitions. Wonderful player, wonderful player. Okay, next pack. That was a very solid first pack, I believe. And yeah, I should probably start getting some of these cards into sleeves, but we'll do that at the end of the journey. Okay, Ricardo Pepi from PSV. I can't say I've noted him as an outstanding player. Schick, he is actually a very good player for Leverkusen, being very consistent for them. Fernandez, he's been let's be truthful, he's been holding Manchester United together for a couple of years. He's an excellent footballer. Musa, I'm not as sure of. Barella, well, we've got ourselves a green Northern Lights for Barella. He's a good solid player. Hector Bellerin was one of my favourites when he was at Arsenal. Knee injury really curtailed his career, but he's a very good footballer. You got Matthias Tell. He's on loan now to Tottenham, I believe. He looks like he's actually a quality player. There's a buy clause in there for Tottenham as well, so they might be actually picking up a good footballer here. He's very young and very talented. And Pedri from Barcelona, very good, and broke the hearts of the Dutch, I believe, scoring the match-winning penalty in the shootout for the Euros. So very, for a person who's got Dutch heritage, that was a little hurtful, but it is what it is. These packs are really sticking today, so we might have to go try the other end. Yep. And let's see what we get here. Tavernier. Look, he's one of these guys that it appears that is going to be a legend for Rangers for his career. Diamonde. Look, he's a very good player. I expect him to move to a bigger league than the Portuguese league, but if he's in the Portuguese league, they're going to want a lot of money for him, so it might hold him there for a while longer. Samuel Illing Jr. from Aston Villa. I've got to say, don't know this guy from a bar of soap. Very, very weird. I know a lot of the Prem players, and I don't know him. Kobel, Dortmund's keeper. He's actually a very good keeper. It's been a rough year for Dortmund, compared to their usual standards, but he is a good keeper, and they've got a pretty decent team. We've got a new era Beraldo. I believe I've already pulled one of those previously. Vlahovic. He was wanted by Arsenal, signed with Juventus, shown he's a quality striker. Probably hasn't quite lived up to the rep that he had. Cesar Casady. There's so many young players at Chelsea. He's lucky he even gets to see the pitch in any of the games. And KDB. He might be in the last throes of his career, but boy, what a career it's been. One of the great passes that the game has ever seen. As an Arsenal and Dutch fan, I sort of liken his passing ability and football brain to Dennis Bergkamp. Super player. Okay, next pack. And we've gone for some Brazilian brilliance. Yeah, two fairly handy Brazilians there. Okay, it's another checklist. So, very good. We've got Nicolo Barella, whom I think is a good footballer, but hasn't, he's in that top group of players around the world that, will make a professional living for many a year playing this sport. We've got a future stars, Antonio Malambo. Got to say, haven't seen him for Feyenoord, but, if he's a future star, he's probably pretty decent. Højlund, trophy chasers. I don't think Paul Rasmus will be at United for much longer. It seems that relationship is souring. Christian Pulisic for the American populace, and they love him. You've also got, you've got the ex-Chelsea link there. He was well loved by them, and now he's at AC Milan. He does do the business, Pulisic. So that's a green Northern Lights. Diaz. I think this guy is actually a very, very good footballer. I personally think that if Mo Salah leaves, this is the man who must step up and increase his scoring load. And he's probably got the ability to. Eden Diop. I can't say anything about him because I just don't know him. Okay, Maeda. I have seen this guy play for Celtic on a number of occasions. He is a good footballer, a very good footballer, and being an Australian, we get to see a lot of the Japanese players in internationals, and I rate that guy. Arajau, excellent player. I personally think, he's just quality. He's solid. Can't ask for much more out of a player. Very good. Okay, what are we going to get in here is the question. We have got Pablo Barrios for Atletico. I've got to say, I haven't seen him on the pitch that much this year, so I'm not sure what's going on there. James Maddison. Probably when he's hot, one of the best players going around, but unfortunately he's cold most of the time, and yeah, he becomes a liability when he's cold because he just does not work his socks off. Liao, fantastic young striker. Hopefully he will, you know, continue to grow as a footballer. I'd love to see him at my club Arsenal, but I'd also just love to see him in the Prem because I get to watch a lot more Prem than anything else. We got a oh, that's a lovely looking trophy chasers. I think it's the lovely colour matching here. Real Betis, Isco. That's a really good looking card. I'm super impressed. You know, you put it against this Hoyland card. I don't know, the Hoyland card versus the Isco card, I'd take the Isco every day of the week. Really nice. Really nice. João Palhinha has really struggled to actually become a vital cog for Bayern. He showed in the Prem he's an excellent footballer, but he also might be just lacking, I guess you would say, the attacking aggression that's probably required at Munich. But very good footballer. North London lads, shame it's a duplicate of our checklist, but hey, those two lads there, a couple of the best young defenders in the world. Marquinhos, one of the best old defenders in the world, really. He's a really good footballer, that lad. And Cole Palmer, well, you can't deny he has got talent coming out of his backside. It's just amazing. He's just a fantastic footballer. But then again, I think the pressure Chelsea's putting on him might be just a bit too much. They're expecting a young lad in his second full season of the Prem basically to drag their side all the way. We've got the winners. Oh, this one's Olympiacos. So that's is that the Europa League from last year, was it? Yeah. Europa Conference League final. Oh boy. The third tier, Olympiacos, they're probably wrapped out of their brains they got that one. And it was, well deserved. You've got Riquelme, good solid footballer for Atletico. Kobe Mainu, injuries have really curtailed his development. He was flying in his first season. I don't think the change of coaches, don't think the environment is doing great things for him, but he is actually a very good footballer. Julian Ryerson, a middling player for Dortmund. He's good, but he's not sensational. And we got Kevin from Shakhtar in his what's it called? Green Northern Lights card. As stated previously, I really don't know much about the lads that are out at Shakhtar. Same with Eugene Aldo. Jayden Dans, had him before, but I personally think he's an excellent footballer. Oscar Bob, growing into it, he will get more and more game time. I think he could end up being a very good footballer for City. And Unai Hernandez, another rookie, and he's at Barcelona, so you're going to predict he's going to end up being pretty handy in his career. And the last pack is... oh, an Endrick again. That's the second Endrick I've got. Fantastic. I'm really looking for Wanari, to be brutally honest, being an Arsenal boy and all the rest. I think he's one of the best young players going around. Florian Wirtz, very good player. Heung-min Son, very good player. The Victorious Villains, it's a checklist, not too bad. A New Era Ken Izikor. Thomas Muller, superstar. Gilson Bremer, another very good footballer, but he probably never moved from this area. And Alistair Johnston, solid Celtics player. So we got a bit of quality through here. I better quickly. I'm a bit of a shocker. I missed the RCs, so I'll quickly flick through these and see if we've got any rookie cards in here that I missed. And just going back to the Champions League, there's been some fantastic games, absolutely banging actually. And then you've got the UEFA Nations League, which has shocked me to my core that it's actually been super interesting. I like the way they've graded those. It's graded teams into the various groups, and you can get relegated and promoted. It's just a very good structure, and it makes instead of friendlies, you're actually getting. It's a case of you're getting to see friendly style games, I guess you would say. In the no, they're not really friendly style games. They're proper competitive games now. Whereas the friendlies used to be a bit, wonky in regards to all of that stuff. They were not great, but it is what it is. We've got our. Geez, I like that trophy chasers. Like, I watched the Netherlands-Spain, which ended up, having to go to penalties. Whew, what a game! And Lamine Yamal, very, very, very talented footballer. In fact, that Spanish side, the age profile indicates that they might be a little bit like France was when you had your Patrick Vieiras, Thierry Henrys, Emmanuel Petits, all coming through at a similar sort of time, at a young sort of age. There was a mixture of, some of the older lads in there as well, which, really has set up France to be a powerhouse for 20 years now. And Spain's been pretty good during that period as well, but I just get the feeling that the age profile of that side is really starting to be in that prime period. I would not be shocked at all if Spain is, I'm going to say it, I'm going to make a prediction, right up there at the next World Cup. I expect them to make the finals. They are genuinely that good, I think. It blows my mind to say that, because I would have said before the Euros that Spain was sort of drifting along a little bit, but the Euros showed what they were capable of, and they're going from strength to strength and will continue to do so. And I really, really believe that they are going to be the power side for the next cycle of World Cup, Euros, World Cup. Personal opinion, but that's what I'm throwing out there. And looking forward to seeing how badly wrong I get things. But that's part and parcel of having opinions. You're allowed to have them, but you also have to admit when you're wrong. And I'm wrong a lot, unfortunately. But it's great. I am so wrapped. I've got Granit Xhaka's signed card here. It's genuinely made me happy. I know it's not going to be worth $10,000 or something silly like that, like some people's signed cards are. But when you get a player who you really admire and like, this makes collecting a happy space for me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, catch me on the socials.